25 casters, take it away.
Here we are. And possibly the last match for Max unless they pull of something different. Maybe they can punish this Zetian pick coming out from Team Spirit. And already we're seeing a different shade of Team Spirit with his Fredrin pickup. I know that it has great combo with his Zetian, but do you think that this is actually going to work?
I hope so, man. You know, the patch came out. Zetian hasn't seen the light of day for like the longest time until, you know, back in what? I feel like maybe back in our last big international is when we actually got to see the Zetian still kind of forced. Like it was like forced to be picked up when she first came out. But and then she fell off. And the fact that Team Spirit brings it out here is actually really interesting because, yeah, so for those that are wondering, after the patch, Zetian has more damage and less mana for her skill 1. So that's going to help her basically through the late game damage output because that's one thing that was talked about a lot, you know, when she first came out was, yeah, it just feels like she falls off at some point. You know, the Fury of the Phoenix ultimate and all that stuff is great, but it just felt like she was lacking something. And maybe that change is going to help here a bit, that bit of a buff. And we'll see how this plays out. Now, my biggest thing here, Wolf, is Team Max got absolutely rolled game 1. Now, this lineup should allow them to not have that happen again. It should be able to. There's some early damage here. They're going to get the flicker out from Sunset Lover. Sawo there to help him. But that is a resource down, and I think that's one of the main things. They just got to make sure they don't get snowballed over like last time.
Again, the start this is to eventually punish this Zetian in the mid lane because the main criticism about Zetian is mobility.
Final splash already used. In a little space here, Kid Bomba actually is able to flicker out one shot, securing the objective. Gets the turtle.
Oh, wow.
There's the Fury of the Phoenix. What a great stun. Finding multiple members, a double for Kid Bomba. He wanted to make it a triple, but now they're looking for more. The flicker comes through just to stay alive, and oh my goodness. It's already started 2.5 minutes in.
The Team Max did not expect such a tempo of coming up from Team Spirit. In fact, Sunset Lover was level 3 when that fight broke up. Before the fight broke up. Before the turtle fight. Once they get the turtle, obviously all of your heroes will get their level 4. Sunset Lover pops the ultimate, the perfect timing that allowed Team Spirit to get 3 kills cleanly against Team Max. And not only that nice, they have stolen the purple buff away from Sakzu the Lancelot. We were talking about how important this is for Team Max to get back. But man, that's just the first 2 minutes of the game, you're already in a massive deficit against Team Spirit.
Yeah, this is not where you want to be, man. You know, this is almost reminiscent of the last game. You're a few minutes in, you're already facing a couple thousand gold deficit, which again, with this kind of lineup that they have, they don't want to be in that position. You know, they want to go ahead and because we've seen this many times. Like if you don't have that traditional marksman, now the Ruby's great. We've talked about this quite a bit. You know, you have great crowd control, you have great sustainability, but there is a certain time in the game that lacking that traditional marksman in the gold lane or in that team composition is going to most likely affect the way that you can close out a game.
Yes.
And the fact that you're playing with your back against the wall already in the early game and you're most likely going to lose this second turtle as well is a tough position to be at with this kind of lineup because again, Hiko is in the same position. He's basically just a ticking clock here for them. As soon as he's online, he's got even the 2 items, he's going to be okay. You see, he actually got pulled by Lei using that I'm offended, but Hiko didn't even need to use Purify. He's fine in that lane until eventually he joins these team fights later on.
2.5k gold lead for the next turtle and level 7 one-shot.
Oh! Big final slash once again, forcing the fight, throwing a ruin, throwing out there. Bimo Key trying to get away. Sakzu also on the run now. Kid Bomba actually quite low. He's going to go for that stun. He pops the regen, but King Ares will be able to whittle him down. It's still a trade though, the 1-for-1, but the turtle will go in the hands of Team Spirit.
Oh, that was the closest start coming up from Team Spirit. The combo of the Zetian go with Scarlet. Comboed it up so well. Fortunately, Team Spirit kind of overstepped their bounds and wanted to really take down Sakzu. Sakzu runs away. They will lose one of their heroes. Kid Bomba is an important hero to preserve, in fact. However, Team Spirit will not be punished. One shot impact, even. It's the purple buff taken away from Factory. That's the third cycle now of the buff, right? And
Yep.
2 out of the 3 cycles, Lancelot weren't able to get the purple buff for himself.
This is definitely one of the things you're seeing here in this game and the way Team Spirit has been playing. You know, ever since their group stage game where they got bullied by RQ Hoshi, I feel like they've really refined the strategy here, Wolf, you know, and they are playing like a team. For some reason on the first game on Stream A, it just seemed like they were disconnected. Well, they quickly fixed that in the previous days, and they're a well-oiled machine up to this point. So for Team Max, they're going to have to be able to, like, they need to match that. The presence that Team Spirit has across the map, the way that they're actually giving each other information. You see this so often with the way that Sao is playing. And again, he's so proactive in that roam role that it gives so much information to One Shot and the rest of the team to move around the map. So that's one of the big pluses here. Whereas on the flip side, unfortunately for Cypher, he's left to mainly kind of playing defense and protecting the team or protecting BMO the key. Because there's been so many instances, especially when that flicker is not available. Comes up now for BMO, but earlier on it was burned. So, you know, Cypher is just trying to play Guardian up to this point. And it's a really tough position to be in as the roam for Team Max.
Yeah. DHS picked up by Hiko just a few moments ago. Would assume that it's actually 2 items available for the God now. Don't go for King Aris.
Should be able to get away with the Gleam here or something, but the final slash is going to keep him there. Front of Ruin used up. He heals up a little bit. He will be able to escape. Oh, but the Fury of Phoenix is going to actually stun him. Good discipline on waiting to use that. With King Ares gone, Saksu, what's he going to do? He's going to go for Hiko, try to convert something out of this. The Blazing Duet going to be used, and Sao joins the fight just to make sure he's there, but they want to secure the objective. Last turtle of the game, going to be started up by One Shot. Team Spirit has a clear sign to take this with the Saksu. No room to move here, so turtle secured. Cypher on the run, I'm not sure. Energy Eruption is going to be used, but not worth it. Team Spirit continues to once again build up on this gold lead.
Yeah. Rico just quietly farming up top. Only been waiting for the golden staff, I believe, to usually go for that kind of build up. And this will mean that eventually Team Spirit will just run over Team Max once again. That plan is going to be crucial as well in the late game.
Cool. Just gone. I mean, even as a tanky hero, so quick to just go down. And again, this is proof of having this kind of lead.
Yeah.
You know, we saw this exactly in Game 1, Wolf.
Yes. We see a lot sort of invade here coming out from One Shot. Cameron, of course, increasing his lead over the Lancelot once again. Lancelot is just level 9, almost level 10. One Shot is 11. And actually take out this purple buff. Oh my goodness!
Wow.
One Shot was ready for that. And Arlott Fredrin, a classic combo. Even a Lancelot apparently cannot escape.
They're not going to land up here, Wolf. Under the turret, in between the Tier 1 and Tier 2. Team Spirit just unrelentless on what they want to take from Team Max, not giving them a moment to breathe. Team Spirit wanting to end this one just as quick as they did in Game 1. And like you mentioned, that deadly combination of the Fredrin Arlott just proving why it's such a deadly kind of combo of kits that you could utilize in many different ways.
Then Zetian and Arlott with additional stun from the ultimate that is almost guaranteed. It will mean that you will ever so pop your blend to pass in a spin bomb. And Sunset Lover, from some reason, get an orange buff from somewhere. This is how massive the lead is. Now they can go for Saksu once again.
Oh. Once again, look at this. Cypher, not sure if he's going to be able to get away. He's relying on that pass, but he goes down at Hiko. Hiko going to the back line. He will get stunned here. A couple flickers being burned. King Ares going to be next. He tries to get away. He bumps a flicker, but Hiko goes in under the turret. Will pick up another 4 fall for Team Max. Only Saksu left alive. Lord is for the taking. The shield will pop in the mid. And there you go, Team Spirit once again finding themselves 11,000, almost 12,000 ahead, just like in Game 1. With this Lord secured, they'll get ready to go ahead and march into the base and potentially sweeping, sending Team Max home. Let's take a look at the replay.
With Bumble being the aggressor here, Salvo on the other side pressurizes Sniper out, and then the initiation. One that is there, goes to come from Team Bomb, but then gets out, wants to clear out the of the lane. Then Hiko, feeling ever so confident, there will be no punish whatsoever. As they not only get the teamfight win in the bottom lane, they also get the Lord unscathed, untouched. It's looking bleak for Team Max. It will take a miracle for them to get back. We'll see if they still get something to attack here.
Not much of a fighting position to be in. One shot jumping through the wall. King Aries already low. Has to go ahead and heal back up. Lord working on this base turret. A divine glaive picked up for Sunset Lover to do even more damage. They're waiting for these waves to push in so they can time it out as the Lord finally takes the top turret down. Hiko will take down the mid turret with a wave pushing up on him. Team Spirit seeing the win in sight. They might force it. Once again, they're going to go. Kid Bomba waiting for that final slash. He's going to use it. They're collapsing it down under the base with that wave pushing in now to take out the last base turret of Team Max with this massive lead, 14,000 gold. Does Team Spirit stay around to fight? A couple Guardian Helms to pick up to top off the health bars, but it looks like they'll go for a bit of a reset.
They will live to see another day. Last for a few more minutes. 4 items now available for the squad, including the Malefic Roar, which will then be backed up by a Winter Crown. I think that's definitely the way to end this, the end game scenario here for the squad. Whereas for Team Max, they're still looking for items on the Lancelot. Lancelot had to pop this Brute Force breastplate together with the War Axe, completely skipping the upgrading Fury Hammer. That's how difficult life is for Saptu. How many cycles has it been since he was able to get his purple buff? He might not have gotten any purple buff after the first one, so it's really just so difficult to play now for Team Max.
Very dire situation to be in here, Wolf. I mean, this is a massive deficit. You usually don't even see it get to the point, you know, at this point, even if it's 10,000, you're like, man, that's so hard to work against. Now 14,000 in this case, you know, you got Team Spirit basically locked in terms of itemization. If they wanted to actually force a fight, they could most likely win it, but there is always that chance if you force that fight when you don't really need to, that you give that opening window to the opposing team to just kind of turn things around. Because the shutdown gold would be massive here if Team Max is able to get it on the right heroes. And that's why you see Team Spirit, again, a team with veterancy that has played multiple internationals and multiple tournaments together up to this point, still showcasing that they're going to go and do the right things, stay disciplined, grab this objective, and then march into a base that doesn't have any base turrets left for Team Max. So Lord is obliterated just as quickly as Team Max has been through these fights. And they might choose to just fight Cypher. Get some shots from Hiko here, but they'll prep up for this defense.
And Lover and Hiko stealing away the purple buff again. How long has it been since Taku was able to get that purple buff? Team Spirit are going to be methodical with it. Going to be waiting for the Lord. A massive army of Team Spirit minions, heroes, and the Lord going to be knocking into the base of Team Max in the face of elimination. Let's see how they defend it.
Good Bomba jumping in with that final splash. Here's the combo they've been doing all game to take out Team Max. 2 fall. Lord is still up. They can just lock into the base, but they still want to go for the kills. They go for more. Base at half health. Lord still up 2, and Team Max desperately trying to clear something out, but it's just way too much as Team Spirit will sweep out Team Max.